While preparing for my Indiana Jones video, I stumbled across an obscure 1954 adventure flick titled Secret of the Incas. It was one of many old films that inspired George Lucas and Steven Spielberg to create Indiana Jones, and features Charlton Heston in a costume that looks strikingly similar to Indy's getup. As a fan of both Indy and Heston, I couldn't resist. As I said, the film is an obscure one and not particularly well received, with an unimpressive rating of 6.0 on IMDb and a lousy 49% popcorn meter on Rotten Tomatoes. With this setup, I went into Secret of the Incas, expecting a mildly interesting but flat and unremarkable time killer. Instead, I found a fun, clever, adventurous movie with excellent characters and great humor. If old movies are your taste, and especially if you're a Charlton Heston fan, Secret of the Incas is a great film to check out. Professionally, Harry Steele, you can call him Harry, is a freelance tour guide working in Peru. In his spare time, he is a scoundrel and a treasure hunter on the verge of making the greatest find of his life, the legendary Incan sunburst. With the help of a beautiful Romanian refugee, he sets out to the ancient city of Machu Picchu, where he faces competition from an archaeological expedition and an old enemy. Secret of the Incas has two main qualities in its favor, the first one being its setting. The film takes place in Peru, and, as the opening credits brag, much of it is filmed on location. This results in some beautifully distinct visuals, with the most stunning being the ruins of Machu Picchu. Even the sound stages, though obviously fake, are visually appealing. The other strong quality, and the more important one, is the characters. The movie is filled with simple but colorful, memorable, and highly likable characters. The breathtaking Romanian Elena Antonescu, the slimy old treasure hunter Ed Morgan, and the honest archaeologist Stanley Moorhead. Half of what makes these characters great is the acting. All the cast members bring personality and energy to their roles. The other half is the writing. The dialogue is wonderful, and each character contributes to it in a different way. As a bonus, Peruvian American singer Ima Sumac makes a guest appearance in the film, where she shows off her unbelievable vocal range. And then, of course, there's the highlight of the film, Harry Steele, who is essentially the prototype for every Harrison Ford action hero. He is a trickster character, scamming and outsmarting everyone who has something he needs. Although nearly every choice he makes is motivated purely by selfishness, you can't help rooting for him. He is just too entertaining and charismatic to not love. Much of this, of course, is due to Charlton Heston's excellent performance. Nobody could have played Harry as well as him. The film's storyline is a straightforward treasure hunt, which works because the characters are so vibrant they make it feel fresh and original. As simple as it is, the plot is still smartly written. It does an excellent job setting up critical plot points before they seem relevant. For example, in the first act of the film, we learn that Harry is looking to steal a plane, Elena is a refugee fleeing the authorities, and Ed Morgan has interest in an ancient map of Machu Picchu, which is missing a piece. These three elements seem like disconnected subplots until it turns out that Harry has the missing piece, which shows the location of the legendary Incan sunburst. Elena has been directed to meet with Harry for help in escaping to America, and a Romanian official will be arriving by private plane to retrieve Elena. Harry now has the perfect chance to find the sunburst, as long as he can secure the help of Elena and evade Ed Morgan. This smartly structured writing makes it extremely satisfying for the viewer whenever a significant plot development occurs. The film's pacing slows down dramatically in the second half when Harry arrives at Machu Picchu. Instead of pushing the plot forward, the writers use this part of the film to further develop the characters and, more importantly, build a tension around the story's true conflict, Harry Steele's choice. The closer he gets to the sunburst, the more clear it becomes that he will be faced with a moral crossroad, which will determine the trajectory of the rest of his life. This slower, character focused second half can certainly be off putting, especially with the abundance of action found in modern adventure movies. But if you care about the characters and are able to enter the mindset of a time period before big blockbuster films, you'll have a fun, satisfying viewing experience. With its exotic locations, delightful characters, witty writing, and major influence on one of the greatest adventure heroes ever, Secret of the Incas is a wonderful find for lovers of classic film.